It's your girl, Lady Shell, Ford Entertainment Magazine, and I'm here with the Ultimate Barber. What up? How you doing? Introduce yourself to the people. Let them know who you are.
Sure. How you doing? How you doing? My name's John Hall. Branded as the Ultimate Barber. I've been in this business in the industry for about 37 years now. Man, coming out of the DMV area. My barbershops are in the Alexandria, Virginia area there, right outside of Washington D.C. And man, we opened our first location. Let's say store was 2016. We've had the brand since 2010, and man, things have been going well.
I love that. I love that. Now tell me about that lane itself. Why barbering? How did you step into that lane?
Man, I think it found me. I didn't find it, so it's in the family. Everybody, a lot of people in my family are either cosmetologists or barbers. It was more of a gift. Um, it came easy to me. Just a blessing from up above, just to be able to have those talents and skills where I was able to pick up pretty quickly. And man, just from there, and then just started to have a passion for it, fell in love with it.
Okay. And then you mentioned managing multiple stores or having multiple shops. How do you balance that and still remain yourself a creative? How do you balance it all?
Be honest with you, man, not just opening a barbershop and just being able to operate it, but operating it from a bird's eye view. Learning. So I actually went back and took a course or two as far as being able to how to manage and run a beauty. I'm gonna say a beauty industry business properly. So I took a couple courses on numbers, how to follow numbers, how to track the numbers. Now with technology and being able to use some of the software that we have here, I'm able to they say the numbers don't lie, so I'm able to track the numbers, and the numbers are actually be able to tell me, what's going on in the barbershops, what's needed, what's not needed, what we have to, kind of remove, what we have to implement, and from there, being able to operate a successful business from that.
I love that. I love that. And now you're giving people, speaking of bird's eye view, you're giving people a perceptive into what you got going on. You got the camera following you around, telling about your life as the ultimate barber. So tell us a little bit more about that series and what people can expect from watching the episodes.
What you're gonna see from that is you'll see a little bit more than just the barbering aspect. I think on there, I did a mobile cut. This is right around or right after that time with COVID there, so people were a little still uneasy coming back into the barbershop per se. So I had that on there. Had some salon suites, so I ventured out into that right before COVID. So just getting another aspect of just ownership, business ownership. So I had a 37 suite concept called Ultimate Salon Suites. Um, some promo, so just getting some recognition and some major publications, magazines there. So we had took a trip to the bookstore, so we got find one of those magazines because I think it had just came out. We did that, and just the life too as well. Got to be able to meet my family. Went to visit my mother. She talked about a little bit of my history there. My uncle, he had barbered in the Navy back in the 50s. We talked. And then some of the barbers here within this area of the DMV that influenced me. Got to be able to go and talk to some of those guys too as well. The older guys there, and
I love that.
those are the ones that, oh yeah, those are the ones that really gave me a foundation of what to follow, as far as within the industry there. So we got to talk to them too.
I love that. I love that. Now, being that you have so much time invested into this industry, into this game, really, 37 years, what is the biggest lesson that you would say was a constant that carried you throughout that journey that you always had to go back to? Like, remember, what was that one key lesson?
So there's two things that I teach to the younger barbers when they're coming into the industry. And these two things right here, I said, if you keep this in mind, if you implement this, you'll have a great career. This industry will take care of you. I told them to be consistent and be reliable. Those two things right there. All right, consistent as far as with your service, the service that you're giving to a client, okay, and then reliability, okay. Be on time, be punctual, okay. I was taught by the older barbers. One of the things that they instilled in me was, say always be waiting on the client. Don't have the client waiting on you. Okay, so just those things there. Making sure you're just being consistent and reliable. I guarantee you do that, you'll have a very successful career as a barber in this industry.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much. Like, what else can we look forward? We know you got the series. Tell us about where they can find your shops, where they can visit you, where they can follow all of the endeavors that you have going on.
Yeah, so we're in the Alexandria, Virginia area here. You'll find us here. Just look up the Ultimate Barber. We were franchising as well. We kind of pulled back just a little bit on that, but we're taking a little different course there. But we were franchising the Ultimate Barber as well. But partnering up with some guys here within the industry, and man, we're gonna do something on a major level. Can't disclose too much right now, y'all, but it's gonna make some noise, y'all. Okay, and just with that, you can find us. We're on Instagram. All right, the underscore ultimate underscore barber. That's the barbershop there. My personal page is the underscore barber underscore mobile. And we're on Facebook too as well. The Ultimate Barber. We're on Facebook as well, and we're on Twitter too. Ultimate Barber on Twitter.
I love that. And I do have one last question because you touched base on franchising a little bit. So I've always been interested to know. That's like a whole next level entrepreneurship right there, going into being, a franchisor, like you franchising your shops. So like tell us a little bit about the decision making of going that route. Like what are the pros of going that route, and what kind of decision is it? Is it something that you would take lightly, or what really goes into that?
Yeah, so I really sat back and had to think about it for a while because I was completely against it for some years. Then it just came to the point where my brand had grown to the point that I think the nation and the world needed needed to experience more of it because just the clients, they were just so happy with our services and what we had going on there. So with that being said, did a little research on the franchising, and we came about that you definitely have to have a system. You have to have a model in place. You have to have it's a manual basically. All right, where somebody can do almost like a plug and play. If they come in, they can read that manual and operate your business. Okay, so we had to make sure we had that. Everything's covered. You got to cover from the finest points of even the color pants that a person wears and things like that. All right, so we got all that. We already had that in place anyway, so it was a little easier just as far as putting all that stuff together. We just had to get an attorney just to make sure it was worded properly, and then from there. The marketing and advertising. If you got the marketing and the advertising dollars to be able to do it to make it successful, and a team that will, as the stores open up, that they're coming in and just making sure everything's being implemented properly, man, you can roll and run with it. So, it takes it takes a little some capital, but if you have that together and everything like that, now we're talking in a whole different ballpark. Now you're talking about 7 and 8 figures now.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Learning so much from you. I've been so inspired to just keep being consistent and also being reliable when providing a service is what we're taking away from this interview. I love talking to people who have tapped into their gifts and are making a living out of it and are being successful at it. And I just love it. And, I'm proud to be able to offer a platform for people like you. And I can't wait to share your journey with our readers. Thank you so much, John, for this interview.
Well, sure, I appreciate you. Thank you.
You're welcome.